Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to our monthly webinar. This is the webinar for the month of March. So in March, I don't know, somehow we couldn't go live. We did, I did actually go. For some reason I couldn't explain at that time. We weren't able to, I wasn't able to continue the session. Okay, so now against all odds, I am coming not live, or at least I'm going to upload this recording. Okay, I'm doing a Zoom session and I'm going to upload it on my YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, so right now it is 5:35 a.m. in the morning. And please, before I go on, in case you're hearing any voice in the background or any noise rather in the background, please ignore. Okay, this is Nigeria making noise. This is Nigeria. Okay, and I've been trying to film this since last night. Light went off. I was like, okay, when the light comes on, I'm going to do this, and the light did, and I dressed up. I put up I packed my hair, got my clothes. As soon as I brought out my system, the lights went off, and I was like, nope, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm still going to do this. So I went to put on my gen so I can get this done and over with so we can get ready for this month's webinar, April. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now so that my slides can come up and we're going to do this. I do not intend to take so much of our time today. Okay, yeah. All right. So can you see my screen? Can you hear me? All right. So my name is Nkiru Ananike, and I am your purposeful parenting advocate. Okay. So for the month of March, our webinar topic was or is, let me say, creating a legacy for your children. Okay. So we're going to dive right into this. All right. So on the first slide here, the first question I want everyone to have in at the top of their minds, okay, is what do you want to be remembered for? Okay, what do you want to be remembered for? So in the end, how do you want to be remembered? When you leave this earth, or even when you're still here and your children are all grown, what do you want them to remember you for? Okay. Remember that everything we're doing right now is a legacy that we're already creating for our children. Okay. This quote here says, the greatest purpose of life is to leave it for something that will last longer than you. That is your legacy. Something that's going to last longer than even you, the parents. What advantage are you to your child? Okay. What advantage are you to your child? Every advantage you are to your child, every positive advantage is a legacy you're already laying down for your children. And I must say that whether we like it or not, we're already living that legacy right now. Okay, whether we know it or not, whatever we're doing right now is already a legacy for our children. Okay, legacy is used to describe a person's influence and accomplishment that will outlive him. Building a legacy for your children is about the impact you have in their life that will create a lasting impression. What are they going to remember you for? That's the impression. Okay, what are they going to remember you for? Okay, so the legacy you leave behind is the life you live today. That's what you're living today is already your legacy. Okay, I said that before. All right. So having a consciousness of leaving a good legacy helps us live a purposeful life. Okay. When you have it at the back, I don't want to say at the back, but when you have it at the topmost of your mind that you are already leaving a legacy, it gives you that consciousness. Okay. It gives you that consciousness of living your life purposefully so you can leave a meaningful legacy for your children to follow suit, right? Okay, and I said, whether we like it or not, we're already leaving a legacy, okay? And that's the footprint that our children will follow. It is the footprint that our children will follow. All right, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, it says food for thought. Now, what values are important to you? These things are what are going to inform you in the legacy that you're leaving behind. What values are important to you? Okay, we already know what values are, right? What are those things that are important to you? What values are important to you? These are the things that will shape your legacy. What do you want to be remembered for? What is the legacy you want to leave behind? Let us always think about this all the time, okay? And it says, the legacy you want to leave can't be done without explaining the concept of utilizing the most invaluable commodity that we have as human, which is time. Time, like this is of the essence. Okay, time is a currency you only spend once. We live life only once. I know we've heard that yellow, right? You only live once. We only live once, and we have just this time to leave this legacy, okay? When we're gone and we don't leave any positive legacy, we can't come back, okay, to leave another legacy, all right? So this will inform us or help us to move with a sense of purpose, which fosters engagement and commitment. Okay, when you understand that time is of the essence, okay, it enables you to move with a sense of purpose, which fosters engagement and commitment. Sense of purpose helps you stay motivated and committed to leaving a positive footprint for your children. It helps you to stay what? Motivated and committed, because honestly, it is not easy to leave a legacy. Okay, it's not easy to leave a purposeful life, but once you have this mindset of leaving a positive legacy for your children, it helps you stay committed to the process, okay, in the process, right? It helps us stay committed and motivates us to keep doing, keep adding, all right? Now, what are the legacies that we should be leaving for our children? Okay, I may not mention everything in this webinar, okay, but these ones I'm going to touch are the things that have been laid in my heart, okay, that have been led to talk about, okay. And the first one here is the legacy of spiritual intelligence. The legacy of spiritual intelligence. Okay, before I go into spiritual intelligence, I might not be able to tell you in-depthly what this is, because it takes the grace of God, honestly, for you to understand what spiritual intelligence is and plug into this this quotient of ours, okay? And first of all, we have to be disposed, right? We have to be disposed for this, and this is where we come in as parents, okay? Lead our children to God, enable them grasp this spiritual side of theirs, okay? Whether we like it or not, we must understand that we are spirit beings first, even before humans, okay? We're first spirit being, and this spiritual intelligence enables us to connect with the one who made us, God, okay? Spiritual development of our children takes place in the family, okay? It's not in the church, it's not in the school, nobody's going to do it for us. The foundation for this is laid in the house. And this is one of the most important legacy every parent should strive to leave for their children. That is helping them to maximize their spiritual intelligence, okay? What's your faith like as a parent, okay? What's your faith life? What's your prayer life? Your Bible study? What is it like? These are the foundations that will help your children tap into this spiritual intelligence that we're talking about. Okay, faith, prayer, Bible study, because you can't do these things. You can't commune with God without this: faith, prayer, Bible study. These are legacies that we should be leaving for our children. Okay. So says that the spiritual intelligence allows us to access a dimension of wisdom that is available to those who seek for it. That's why I first said that we have to first make ourselves available. That's why I said this is where parents come in, help our children to understand this, okay? Because if we don't introduce them to this, then they wouldn't know, okay? They wouldn't take it seriously. They wouldn't see it as something that is very important, right? Now, it says it helps us amplify the hidden gifts and talents we have, okay? As well as it helps us to amplify the hidden gifts and talents that we have. That is what the spiritual intelligence help us to do, okay? As we know, we have our EI, we have the emotional intelligence quotient, we have the social intelligence quotient, we have all that, okay? And we're stuck on developing this quotient, but sometimes we miss this quotient of ours, which is the spiritual intelligence quotient, okay? So SQ allows us to understand that we are God's vision board, okay? Spiritual intelligence, when you plug into the spiritual intelligence quotient of ours for our children, for ourselves, it helps us to understand that we are God's vision board, okay? God already has a vision for us, all right? And this also enables us to translate God's vision about our lives. And it helps us to tap into the purpose for which we were created. Without this, it's almost like we can't do anything, okay? We can't do anything without this, because this is like the essence of our being, right? Everyone was created with a purpose. Okay, we were sent down to the earth with a purpose. Okay, and if we are unable to connect to this spiritual intelligence quotient of ours, we will not maximize fully that which we have been created for. And I said that you need the help of the Holy Spirit to get you connected to your source. Yes, you need the help of the Holy Spirit. So it is our duty experience to introduce our children to God. Okay, put them at the head and introduce them to God. Let them understand that He exists, right? Yes. So moving on, the next legacy we should strive for our children is a legacy of purpose. And honestly, we can't leave this legacy for our children without us even living a purposeful life ourselves. Okay, purpose is reason for which something was made or created. Okay, like I said before that we are all created with a purpose. Okay, we all have a purpose for which we are creating. And if we're not living our own purpose, then how can we leave that legacy of purpose for our children? So this is a time for us to reflect. Are we living a purpose to life ourselves as parents? If we are, then we can help our children discover their own purpose, because we are co-creators with God, right? We are co-creators with God, and it is our duty to help our children connect to their purpose again by living ours again, right? This informs major decisions we make in life. Okay, when you are able to tap into your purpose, it's like it informs you the decision you make in your life. Whatever you do is tied to your purpose and helps you to make informed decisions. You don't just do anything anyhow. You're not anywhere anyhow. Anything that is not going to help you in your purpose, you're not going to be found there, especially when you understand what your purpose is, right? Life's purpose is rooted in spiritual influence and impact. It's far more likely to be remembered and celebrated. When we live a purposeful life, we'll be more remembered. Okay, our life will be more influential. We can influence for God, right? Yes, we can influence for God. When we find our calling, it engages the core of our being and drives us to fulfill our good, which translates to leaving a legacy. So, this other legacy is leaving a legacy of purpose, right? Leaving a legacy of purpose. All right, so let's move to the next um legacy. Like I said, I don't want to take so much of our time. Okay, the legacy of character. The legacy of character. Character is the combination of qualities in someone that make them different from others. Okay, character helps you stand out. Okay, it is induced. Character is induced. Okay, it's about developing our inner self. Okay, developing character is never easy. It is never easy, and it says that because of this, so many people, so many parents shy away from developing their character. Okay, and the most important thing, or why it's important for us to do this character, because it shows up in every aspect of our life, in everything that we're doing. Our character shows. Okay, our character ends up showing, right? And this character of ours will now determine how people want to associate with us. Okay. Now, what are these characters that I'm talking about? Character of integrity, character of values, right? I mentioned values from the beginning. What values do you want to remember for? Character of honesty, character of honor, character of empathy, character of leadership. There are other characters that we can think of, okay? Now, this is what we want, okay? These are all embedded in our values, all right? What are these things that we want to be remembered for? What are these things we want to pass down to our children? Integrity is very important, okay? When you're dealing with people, people need to know that you're a person of your word. You're a person of your word. When you give your word, you stick to it. This is a legacy, okay? It is a legacy. What are your values? Are you honest? Are you a person of honor, empathy, leadership? These are all legacies that we should be passing down to our children, okay, and the next generation. Now, the next legacy we're talking about here is the legacy of wealth creation. Okay, wealth creation is different from money making, just making money, okay, finance, okay. Wealth creation, the subject of wealth creation is taught at home, not in the school. Okay, the school might give you those top tiers listen on how to make money, what you're supposed to do. But the core, okay, the foundation is laid in the house. And it's not just a skill, but a mindset. It is a mindset that empowers one to take control of your financial future. Therefore, it is a responsibility as parents to deliberately program the minds of our children on wealth creation skills. Okay? It is our responsibility as parents to help shape the mindset of our children in creating a legacy of wealth, right? Now, how can we do this? Encourage talking about money regularly. How to earn money. Our children must know that money does not just fall, okay, on us. It doesn't just come. You need to work, okay? You need to earn money. You need to do something. You need to give value. It's an exchange, all right? You need to exchange these things. Give value to make money, right? To make wealth, to create wealth. Teach them to manage risk rather than playing safe, okay? Teach them not to have entitlement mentality. This creates weak and financial needy people, okay? when they are always feeling like um they should get this or they should get that, or everyone should be bowing at them, or everyone should fall at their feet just because they feel like they are entitled to something. No, we should help our children cancel this entitlement mentality, okay? Because it's going to create financially needy people, okay? Teach your children to understand how money works, okay? How money works, and learn how to work, have it to work for them, right? Yes, how money works, and teach them how to um have this money work for them, right? Now, teach your children, teach your kids to exercise their mindsets, to always see opportunity and take advantage of it. Okay, that's how you create it. When you have this mindset and you see opportunities everywhere you go, right, and you take advantage of it. When you go into an environment, you should ask yourself, what value can I provide, right? Teach your children that what value can you provide. That should be the first thing. Okay, once you provide value, you see that it's going to come. Money, wealth is going to come, right? Now, teach them to turn their passions to profit, right? To turn their passion to profit. It's also essential, it's also important that teach them budgeting. These things fall under wealth creation. If you cannot budget, um, if you cannot budget, then I don't know how you want to manage your wealth. Okay, right. Okay, so moving to the next one. We're coming almost to the end of this. I don't want to waste our time. It was too much of our time for this. The legacy of lifelong learning. This is a very important legacy that we should leave for our children. Okay? Legacy of lifelong learning. This is a form of self-initiated education that focuses on personal development. After going to school and all that, do we have this um, ability to initiate personal development for ourselves, for our children, right? This helps our children to be adaptable. Having a lifelong learning mindset helps us to be adaptable and flexible as the world advances. Okay, and it helps us to stay relevant. So instead of us um being stiff, instead of us being having this notion that, oh, this is how we learn things. Okay, when you have this skill of lifelong learning, it's going to help you to be flexible to the things as the world advances, okay, as the world changes, as the world changes every day. It's going to help us to stay relevant. All right. Yes. So under this legacy of life, we have knowledge, we have skills, we have understanding, and we have aptitude. Okay, so knowledge is the foundation of any type of learning. Okay, it is knowledge that gets a learner to build possibilities on. When your knowledge bank is strong, skill building is possible. Okay, we learn every day. We learn every day, and knowledge is like the foundation of every other thing that we do. When you stop learning, then you stop growing, okay? So how can we learn? By increasing our our thirst for knowledge, okay? Increasing our thirst for knowledge, reading books, and just not just reading only our school books, okay? Reading all other books that are going to edify us, that is going to help us to grow, right? In every aspect of our lives, right? Now, the next thing is skills, okay? Skills help one correlate learning and real life experiences. That's what skills does for you. When you have skill, you're able to bring in real life, you're able to translate all this knowledge that you're having into real life experiences, right? Yes. Skills help one correlate learning and real life experiences. With skill, a child can be well adjusted to the world and can help um, gain entrepreneurial success. Okay, it is skills that sets us apart. Okay, it is a skill you have that will set you apart. Okay, and this is an important legacy we have to leave for our children, developing their skills. Okay, developing their skills. Understanding. Understanding is a thin line that enables a learner to make connections and apply the knowledge. Understanding helps you apply this knowledge that you have. Okay, even the skills, it helps you to apply, to know where this skill that I have, where does it come in? In what aspect does it come in? It is understanding that helps you to now identify where this skill will come in or should come in, right? I think this is the final one. It is aptitude. Aptitude has to do with knowing your area of strength and then channeling your energy to it. We have to help our children um, maximize or point out their strengths, help them identify their strengths, okay, so that they know how to channel this energy, channel their strengths, okay, all right, because we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, and the worst thing we can do is to focus. I'm not saying we should ignore, but be too focused on our weaknesses. Instead, we should help our children to discover their strength and to maximize this, to channel this strength of theirs. Okay, this is a legacy that we should strive to leave for our children. Okay, enable them to discover their strength. Okay, yes. So let's see, what do we have here? And yes, we're done with this, okay? And this is a final note, okay? And I say here that it will be easier to leave these legacies for our children if we are already living them now, right? It will be easier for us to leave these legacies for our children if we are already living this legacy right now. Okay, so if you're not already, it is best that we begin now to leave this legacy for our children, legacy of character, spiritual intelligence, wealth and creation, lifelong learning, character, right? Yes, it's important that we get to work and begin to leave these legacies for our children. And the best way we can begin also is to envision the future. Envision the future and how we want to be remembered. What do we want to be remembered for? Remember, this is the question we first asked, okay, in the beginning. What do we want to be remembered for? The impact you would like to make, okay? What is that thing we want to remember for? What is that impact we want to make? Okay, that's what we should begin today to do, to take action on, okay? Yes, let's begin to take action because we can say all this from now till thy kingdom come. And if we're not putting in the work, if we're not putting in the work to achieving this, then it's going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing. And that's also a legacy. Nothing. Doing nothing is also a legacy. Really, is that what we want? Is that what we want to be remembered for? So I encourage us today to begin to live a purposeful life, okay? Begin to have this mindset that we want to leave a legacy for our children. Okay, this will inform us, this will motivate us, this will enable us to stay committed to the process, right? Okay, so thank you for staying by, for stopping by, and for listening. Okay, I truly hope that we take these things that we are hearing and put it in the work. Okay, and step on the way Our next webinar for the month of April. I remain Njeri Ananike. Thank you so much for sticking with me. All right. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording now. And yes, I also love to hear from you. You can drop the comments. Um, you can share. You can like. Please subscribe. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. All right. Bye, everyone.